being a YouTuber is hard. I'm not even a YouTuber. I'm a freaking TikToker, which I don't like this. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I did it last year, even though it was crap, but I'm gonna try again and do better. Okay, that was a wild intro. Anyway, hi, I'm Marie. I'm one of 2 hosts of the Bi Podcast with Raven and Ree, which is a Twilight podcast. Well, we also talk about other things on there like Marvel, and we dip into like other fantasy, but we're predominantly for Twilight. You know, that vampire romance story that took the world by phenomenon 10 years ago, almost 15 years ago. Yeah, that one. Don't knock it till you try it. It's nostalgia. So anyway, during the 2020 pandemic, like when it first freaking happened, I found myself really into my Twilight phase again. I had already been on the Twilight phase again through Tumblr, part of the Renaissance on Tumblr that popped off back in like 2017, 2018. It wasn't until the pandemic hit and with TikTok that like Twilight TikTok kind of became really popular. And I was one of those people that really hopped on the train, and yeah, so that's pretty much it, because you get to meet people, you get to connect, and it's just like a lot of us Twihards have a lot in common with the fact that, you know, we love something that definitely gets us, you know, looked at, you know, by people, because Twilight is cringy. I'm not gonna deny that it is, but I love it. And you know, I had to like really keep my love for it quiet, because people tend to look at you, especially dudes, because, you know, men hate on things that women love. Damn, my hair is so much longer than what it was. I need to go back and look at how my hair was. I think my hair was up to here last time, and now it's all the way down here. I'm gonna just get right to the chase of what this video is about. This is about Forever Twilight-in-Forks. Forever Twilight-in-Forks, FTF 2022, because I went to FTF 2021 and it was amazing. Forever Twilight-in-Forks is a 4-day festival in Forks, Washington that is for Twilight. It is literally where Twihards from around the globe come together. You don't necessarily need to be a Twilight obsessed fan to go, but I'm not gonna lie, majority of the people who do know about it are people who are very, you know, deep in love with Twilight, and it's, you know, they love it. I do. Look, I got a freaking tattoo right here that I designed myself. This goes with it. This is a quote that Bella says, and then this is the book covers. It's a fun time. It's so much fun. I had a blast last year just because it's like you really feel like you're in the books. It's not gonna look like how the movies were, obviously, because the movies were not filmed in Forks. There is the Forks sign, which looks exactly how it is in the movies, but that's the original Forks sign, because the one in the movie is replicated because they filmed the movie in Portland, which I'm also going to add to this because I'm going to give some tips about planning a trip to the Pacific Northwest if you're going to FTF, because you may want to hit up Seattle, you may want to hit up Port Angeles where Bella Italia is, you may want to hit up Portland, Oregon, where they filmed the first movie, which is 4 hours from Forks. So there's a lot to go in. It's definitely a trip that if you don't want to just do the festival, which is 4 days, definitely take a week. It's definitely a week-long thing, although, you know, I know people who with like certain jobs, they're only able to do the festival and they have to fly out, you know, immediately after festival ends, which is understandable. But if you have the money and the time and you're able to make a week out of it, it's definitely worth it. Last year, what my friends and I did, I went with Kenzie, Jazz, and Crystal, and we met up with a bunch of other people in Forks and had the time of our life. We stayed in Seattle for like 2 nights when we came, and then we went. Because we flew out to Seattle, we stayed the night in Seattle, we drove around, we didn't actually get out because Seattle at the time was just, I guess, not really good to be out and about by yourself. So we stayed in Seattle for the 1 night, and then the next morning we drove to Forks, which is 4 hours. But we stopped in Port Angeles because we had a reservation at Bella Italia, and as you can guess, we did have the mushroom ravioli with a Coke, which I believe it's called Bella's Mushroom Ravioli on the freaking, it's on the freaking menu, which, oh my god. And we weren't the only ones there. We had gotten there before the restaurant opened, and there was another group of girls who were waiting, who also had a reservation, and they were also Twilight fans, and like, you know, we all took pictures out in front. It was so cool, just because, you know, everybody, you know, mushroom ravioli and Coke, and of course the wait staff kind of knew because we kind of made it obvious, but they were really great people. Oh my god, they were so fun. I liked the staff there was amazing, and the food. I don't like mushrooms, y'all. I actually recently started liking mushrooms because of the mushroom ravioli. It was just delicious. So after we had dinner, that's when we went to Forks, and then we started our festival from Thursday to Sunday, because the festival always falls around Bella's birthday. It's always like the second weekend of September, because Bella's birthday is on the 13th and Renesmee's is on the 11th. So they always set it around there because they'll have birthday themed events for the two, which is really nice. And of course, if you know you're a big fan of the series, it's like, oh my god. They have lots of events going on during the festival that are ticketed and non-ticketed. They have a lot of free events, but there's also exclusive events that are, you know, ticketed that are in the VIT. So like the VIT is the very important Twilighter, which is the exclusive festival package. I did this last year. It's definitely worth it for the first time you go if you have the funds to do so, because when I did it, it was $325. This was, I got it, you know, spring of 2021 for September of 2021. This year, it went up to $450. Now, nothing on the itinerary changed when I saw the ticket listing, which also it's sold out within like the first 48 hours after they drop, because they always drop them in January. And it went quick because the 2021 festival was like the first festival in person after 2020 got canceled because of the pandemic. So then, you know, word got around, you know, with TikTok and videos going viral and all that. So a lot of people heard about it, and now they're expecting a bigger outcome this year, which I'm excited for, just because I want to meet people. I'm not even a social person, really. I mean, I'm very shy and, you know, reserved, and I'm not really into socialization. But when it comes to like this, where I'm with people who I can connect with, that we all share this big common interest, it's like I'm in my zone. I'm like, okay, I want to be the life of the party. I want to make new friends, you know, all that. Definitely a trip that you need to plan almost a year in advance. Like, you need to plan it ahead. 6 months to a year in advance is what you're looking at. You need to plan your dates first. The most important thing, you need to plan your dates. Because you need to also, with that, you need to make a list of places and things you want to see, which that will help, because you need to know, okay, how many days are we going to go? If you're going for festival, you know you're going to need the Thursday to the Sunday, which is every year it's always the Thursday to the Sunday. So it's like you're going to need to have that set in stone. But then you also need to be like, okay, are we just going for festival, or are we going to want to stay a night in Seattle? Are we going to hit up Port Angeles? Do we want to go to Portland? You need to like figure all of that together, because then you may be looking at a whole week. You may be looking at 6 days. What we did is we did Wednesday to Wednesday last year. Now we're doing Tuesday to Wednesday, because we're going to Portland this year, because we didn't get to last year. And Kenzie is going to be part of the bazaar, which I'll get into, and so she needs to get there on time early for like to know what she has to do. And also there's a couple events on the Wednesday that they're not part of the festival, but they're like pre-festival events. They always, on the FTF or like the Forks website, they have an itinerary of the whole freaking festival, and like anything before that, all that you need to know. So that's definitely something you need to check out. So once you have your dates planned, you need to like also figure out, who are you going with? Are you going by yourself? Or are you going with your friend? Or are you going with a group of people? Definitely the best thing is get a group of people, because you can split the cost, because You got tickets, you got plane tickets, you got hotel, you got rental car, you got food, you got souvenirs, you got a lot of expenses into a trip like this. And if you're going with a group of people, then, you know, you at least have the hotel and rental car and gas that is going to be split between however many amount of people, and you're going to, you know, not have to spend so much. You could definitely take this trip by yourself, but I recommend, you know, going with someone just because. Stay safe out there, guys. Stay safe. This I'm not going to get into it, but you know. We need to stay safe. Watch our backs. You need to know where you're going to stay when it comes to a hotel. Are you going to stay in Forks, or are you going to, you know, stay on the outskirts? Because this is definitely one of those things that people will rent. They'll have Airbnbs and they'll rent their houses out. There's three. I know that. There's the Forks Motel, the Dewdrop Inn, and there's one other one that I forget the name, that are in Forks. And those go quick. I booked ours a year in advance when I did it. Kenzie did ours this year, and she did it a year in advance because those hotel rooms have gone up and they go quick. Hi, I am very well that I look ridiculous, and please ignore the mess. It's been a long time since I filmed that last video, that clip that you saw at the beginning where I was at my grandma's house. I'm now obviously back home. This is my room at my parents' house in South Carolina. I was gone for a whole month. So now it looks a little chaotic, but that's like the only mess right there. Everything else in my room is clean. So please don't think I am a, you know, mess. Well, I am a mess, but not my room. My room's never really a mess. I keep it organized. And yes, I look ridiculous. I am trying something new with my hair. One, because I need to use these curlers because I bought them and I literally have only used them like twice in a time span of a year. And two, I'm trying this out because I think it's what I'm going to go for my fandom family party look with the bun and then like the curled. I could have just used my wand, but I need to put these into use, as I said. So today's date is July 21st. It's 22nd. Today's, I believe, the 22nd. And I believe I filmed that first initial clip at the beginning of July. So it's been a while. I meant to continue, but I just didn't. I left off talking about, I believe, hotels, and I don't know what I was gonna go with it, so I'm sorry. This whole video is going to be all over the place. But some new updates. They just announced the other day, or no, last week, that Billy Burke, aka Chief Charlie Swan, is going to be the special guest. Now, he was supposed to be the special guest last year, but then he got a job with filming and it ended up not working out, so he had to drop FTF last year, and that's how they got Peter Facinelli. But now they announced that he is back on board for FTF this year. So if you got VIT this year, I'm jealous because you're gonna be meeting Chief Swan. Oh my god, I hope I at least get to maybe see him at the fandom party. I don't expect myself to actually go up and, like, you know, get his autograph or get a picture, but you know, if I can see him from a distance and maybe, like, in my videos and my vlogs, get him in the background, because I want to recreate the picture I took of Jazz with her going like this and it's blurry and Peter Facinelli's back is right behind her. That was hilarious. That started a lot of inside jokes amongst my travel group. I don't know what now to, like, really talk about because I pretty much had said a lot in the last clip, and I don't want to make this video so damn long because I do plan on doing the packing video. I did, though, get my fandom family ticket. They actually, I believe, are gonna have 50 tickets for the gala and the fandom party. So if you didn't get VIT this year, there's a chance that you might actually be going to one of those, and if you still want to, because they're gonna have tickets. So I have that. Kenzie secured me them. So I'm excited. I need to figure out what I'm gonna wear because the theme is Renaissance. And I have no idea. And it's not like the type of Renaissance you think, like, you know, the period, you know, Renaissance era. We're talking Twilight Renaissance, you know, the rebirth. maybe I'll recreate one of Bella's or Alice's outfit, but maybe not Alice because of my idea for the costume contest. Which I need to figure out if they have signups yet, because I want to do that, but also I need to get the costume ready for what I'm about to do. I guess I'm gonna just have to end this video here because I don't really know what else I was meant to talk about, even though I kind of, you know, skimmed through the video that I had originally recorded, the one right before this. But I'm probably gonna do the packing video, of course, close to when I leave out for when, because I'm not gonna be going to Kenzie's this time like I did last year. I went to Kenzie's in Orlando, and then we flew out of Tampa together, but I'm not going to be doing that this year. I'm going to be flying out of Charlotte or Charleston or maybe even Atlanta, just because airfares right now are so expensive, and it's cheaper for me to fly closer to home than driving down to Florida. It's just with timing and all of that. And we're gonna be going to Bella Italia. We need to do our reservation for that. I believe, well, by the time you watch this, it'll probably already be done. Unless I end up, no, I'm not gonna post this till August. I might post this till August. So yeah, I'll do the packing video showing all my outfits and what I'm gonna be bringing, and also to, like, you know, show y'all what to, like, look for if you end up traveling to, like, Forks, what, you know, the best things to pack. I'll start vlogging my actual travels when the time comes. I'm excited. I'm very excited. It's happening. I am a little nervous though, because I am going to be doing my grad program, and so hopefully I don't flunk out of grad school. Hopefully I don't. I think I'll be okay. I'm smart-ish. I'm responsible. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna end it here. So the next time you see me is going to be in my packing video. So I'll see you then. Bye bye.